Hello guys, this is NSKKK reaching you from Lagos, Nigeria. How are you doing today? So today we're looking at variables. So when we say variables, variables are more like an object of a class, right? So we have different classes in Kotlin. So we don't want to wrap our head about objects and classes right now. So, but these are the standard class in which you are going to use to create your classes. You're going to use to create other objects and all that. We're going to talk about that in the future. So let's go about that, all right? So, the last class when we see var name is equals to, let's say, ns. For instance, we did something like that and we say print name. All right, let's print out this. Forget about this yellow stuff. We'll talk about that maybe next class. All right, when we print out this, we have ns, right? That's what we have. We have ns. So, like what I said, this is a variable, right? So this is a string variable. If you put in your cursor, you're gonna say string. How can we know? Okay, what about if we don't know what kind of classes it is? So when we say a string, it's saying that this variable, this name is an object of a class called string. All right. So this is an object of a class called string. So that is this variable is a string variable. All right. These are standard variable in Kotlin. So if I want to double check for its class, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to the print line here. I'm going to put a two double quotation mark. You're going to see this one called class.java. All right. Click on it. Then let's print. What do we have? We have class.java.string, right? So what this thing is saying is that this is a string class. Okay, let me remove the double quotation mark. Let me just put a number, for instance. Let me put 6. Let's print it out. Let's see what we're going to have. Int, right? Okay, let's just put one character. Remember last time, let's put something like A. Let's see what we're going to have. Um, coming, sorry, let's put a single quotation mark. Let's put a. When you decline a character, use a single quotation mark. All right, you have char, right? Okay, let's see. We put true. Let's put something like that. You have boolean, right? Let's put let's say 2.57. You have double, right? So, that is the proper way of declaring a variable in Kotlin. You cannot just write just the way we're doing it, var name is equals to ns. It's not a good practice. So you have to tell Kotlin what kind of variable is this? Is it a class? I mean, is it a string? Is it a character? Is it a boolean? Is it an int? Is it a float? Is it a double? So let's go straight to it. So if I say var name, I'm going to put a double quote. Then I'm going to tell him the type of variable this is, right? So if I say string, so and I say equal to, so what is expecting that anything I'm going to put here must be a string, right? So if I put in something like 4, it's showing red, right? If you look at this, if you look at why you have red, it says the integer does not conform to the expected type string, right? So how would I put it now? The integer literally does not conform to the expected type string, right? So let me put in a string now, which is a double quotation mark, ns, kkk for instance. You can see all seems good, right? Now I can print out this print name, all right? Let's print out print ln. We'll be printing out two stuff now, all right? Print name, um, okay, let's say print ln. the type is, you put a dollar sign, then you do name, the class of Java, right? So that is, we are printing out the name and we're also printing out the type, right? So we're printing out the name and we're also printing out the type. Well, you print it out, you can see the name is NSKK, the type is this. Okay, let's do the same for, we are talking about string. The next variable we're going to look at now is int. So int is like your decimal number, right? We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is, these are just an whole number, no point in it, right? So let's say the number, which is num, is equals to an int, which is an integer. If I put a string, for instance, it's not going to work. So I'm going to put, let's say, an whole number, something like 10, for instance. So if I say print num, right, then print, let me put ln so that this can be on its own line. Print ln, the type of, put a dollar sign. This in some programming language, as when you're putting something like this is called an F string. So Kotlin made it so easy for us, right? So double quote class Java. Let's see. So what do we have? 10. The type, uh, the okay, the type is, let's put it this way, right? So 10, the type is int, all right? So let me put a point, for instance. You see it's showing red, right? So when you have to define a floating number, or you want to write a number in Kotlin with point, what you're going to use with this, now brings us to the point called double, all right? Let's say num, yeah, is a double, all right, which is equals to 10. You have to put, you cannot just leave it as an whole number. If I just want to say 10, it's not going to work. I might put 10.0, right? So in this case, it's going to work. So let's play it right now. So you can see 10.0, or I can say 3.142, right? I think there is a constant for pi in maths, right? What do we have? 3.142. The type is what? Double. Then we also have a floating number. When you're declaring a float, a float and double are same, depending on the memory size. We'll talk about that in a later class. So when I say var_num, it's equals to a float. Sorry, you start with a capital letter float. It's equals to let's say let's put 22.1 F, all right? You can use a capital letter, small letter, it does not matter, but most of the time I prefer we go with the capital letter, 22.1 F. What you are saying is that you're telling us that this is a float, all right? It's a float right now. So let's run this. Let's see what do we have. 22.1, all right? Let me change it to small letter. 22.1, right? So you're saying this is a float, right? So, like what I said, the difference between float and decimal is based on the memory side, but they do almost same work. So, I mean, difference between float and double is based on their memory side, but they do almost same work, all right? So let's look at another variable. Let me clean up these. Let's say is main, var is main, is a boolean, is equals to, that is, it's may means, is it may? If it's a may, let's say John is a may, right? So we're going to say true. If Mary is not a may, Mary is not a may, is a female, we're going to say false. So that's what it means. So it's may. Is it a may? Is it a female? So that's just it. So let's go with John, which is true. Let's print ln. is me. Let's also print ln, the class, uh, the what am I spelling? The class is me, the class, the Java, right? So let's print that. Let's see what we're going to have. True, right? So so it means it is going to take two arguments, either true or false, right? So let's see, false. Okay. Let's me put one, for instance. It's not going to pick it, but in some programming language, you can use one or zero, right? One represent true, zero represent false. So, but like what I said, Kotlin, in some programming language, you can only use yes or no. So, but in Kotlin, you can only use true or false for Boolean variables. So, the next one we're going to talk about now is character. Let's say var sign, for instance. I just want to use sign. I'm trying to figure out what I can use. Char is equals to, let me put it a. So, in Kotlin, I told you when you're using a double quotation mark, you're expecting a string. So, if you're using a single quotation mark, you're expecting a character. So, if I put a single quotation mark, let me put it a, now it's saying this is a character now, right? So, let's do something like print um, sign, print, ln, this class is of, let's see, you can see a, right? So let's put anything. We can even put equal. As far as just one character, you can even put at. Let's see, what do we have? At, right? We can put equal. This now brings us to our ASCII table. Let's go back to our ASCII table and let's see, right? So remember the last time we were able to do some, we were able to convert a particular character to to decimal, right? We're able to use a code print out. If you check the last class when we are picking a particular character from a string to decimal, but this time let's do the reverse. For instance, let's see. So let's say I want to use the variable j, which is 74, right? If you look at it, the decimal here is 74. The character is j, right? So there are two ways we can do this. I can decide to say, okay, let me create a var num, which is an int, an whole number. Because when you see 74, you didn't see 74.0, right? So when we say decimal here, it does not mean double, it does not mean float, it means an int. So please, let's put that in the back of our mind. So I can see num, um, okay, let me just do it the normal way first. Let me just say 74 went to char. This is the stuff for it. So when I say 74 point to char, I'm saying convert 74 decimal to a particular character, right? So if I print it out, that's what we're going to have. What do we have? J. Okay. Okay. You can see when we print out, we have J is equals to this, right? So let's look at go back to our hash table. Now let's look for something. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, let's just do something like, you know, a semicolon for instance, which is 59, right? Let's do 59. Let's what we're gonna have. What do we have? A semicolon. Now, that is, we can decide to say, okay, in this case, we can decide to say var, let us put n and int is equals to 59, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to say n dot to char, right? So let's run it again, all right? Let me put 58. Let's see, we have this. Let me just put something around there. Let me say 101. That's what we're gonna have. E. So when you check your table, 101 must give us E, right? It's a must. Now let's look at Unicode. Or if you go to your browser or just type in Unicode, you're gonna see something like this. You know, let's look at Unicode for instance. If you look at this Unicode, what this is saying, this is 48, 48 at 0, 48, which is if you have 0 to I mean 0 1 to 40, you're going to have 49, right? So that's what this is showing right here. So 48 plus 2, you're going to have 50. So it means if we are to convert the number 50 to character, we should have 2. Like what I said, let's see that. Let's put 50 here. Let's convert it. We have 2, right? So let's go back to it. Let's pick some stupid characters. Let's say we want to convert this. I think this should be 10. 10 plus 92. So we should have a, I think 202, right? If I'm wrong, let's see. 202. Let's convert it. That's what we're gonna have. We have this, right? But you should know, not all programming language, most programming language are like Python. Uh, I think they have a limitation to 128 because most of the time in a real world application, you'll be using characters from 0 to, not 0, I think from 10 to 128. But from 0 to 128, let's put it that way for now, right? But most of the time, you're going to use character, let's say, starting from 33 to 127. All right, so that's what you'll be using most of the time. So, but let's see something. Let's pick. Okay, I love this card. Let's pick. Okay, this is. I'm from Nigeria. Let's see, Naira for instance. We have 8352 plus 6. So I think we should have 8358. Let's see what we're gonna have. 8358. Let's print it out to have Naira. So you can see this is the advantage of of variables, right? So we're talking about the different kind of variables. We're talking about int. We've talked about float, we're talking about double, we have talking about character, and we have talking about string. So today is going to be the end of this course. So tomorrow, next class, we'll be looking at more on variables. We'll be looking at int in proper, int, float, and all that. Maybe we are going to do some few math operation with them, right? Some arithmetic operation with them. So that's going to be your assignment of next class. I mean, that's going to be what we're going to do next class. So your assignment for today is like what I said, in Lagos, Nigeria. So the currency I'm using is Naira. So you go to your Unicode, just do I did man. If you're in US or any part of the world, try to search for a currency right here and try to convert it and just try to play along with some of these to see if it tallies. And I promise you, if you do it correctly, everything is going to tally. So that's just it. Um, So that's gonna be your assignment for next class, alright? So I'm trying to see if you can get the dollar symbol here. I'm trying to look for it. I can see pounds, I can see euro, alright? So look at both of them. right here. So just try to look for your currency symbol, right? Um, the listen to this page. Let me just copy it and paste it here. Look at, just go to this location right here, which is whiteflyers.org/dta slash pgs slash 6038 dot htm. This one does not have L. For those web guys, this is not an HTML, right? So HTM. So just go to this, you know, link right here. I think I'm going to put the link down below, or maybe so that everyone can follow. Okay, thank you very much. My name is NSKKK. Have a good day. All right.